Welcome to Movie Reviews for Parents. Today we're reviewing Sound of Freedom. Our goal is to provide you with enough insight to help you make an informed decision on whether your kids should watch this movie. Sound of Freedom is based on the inspiring true story of Homeland Security agent Tim Ballard. Tim is good at his grueling job, catching child predators and bringing them to justice. During an arrest, Tim recovers a young boy who is being trafficked. As Tim returns him to his grateful father, the boy's father makes him aware that the boy's sister was also abducted at the same time. Ballard makes it his mission to find the missing girl at any cost. The movie is written and directed by Alejandro Monteverde, with additional writing credits to Rod Barr, starring Jim Caviezel, Mira Sorvino, and Bill Camp. With a running time of 2 hours and 11 minutes, the film is definitely an emotional roller coaster. It shines a light on the horrors of child trafficking and inspires you to take action. The directing, pacing, and cinematography are well done. Director Alejandro Monteverde approaches the topic with sensitivity. He employs a great level of care to ensure that the truth is told without being offensive or rendering the movie unwatchable. He makes great use of his actors and conveys the story through their emotions. Jim Caviezel gives a powerful and heart-wrenching performance in the lead role as Tim Ballard. He employs a convincing method of acting that quite effectively portrays his determination and dedication to fight against child trafficking. Mira Sorvino and Bill Camp deliver solid performances, bringing depth to their respective roles. It's also noteworthy to mention that the performance of the children in this movie are extraordinarily convincing. At times, you may remind yourself that they are acting.
At this point, we would like to ask you to please smash the like button, subscribe, and tickle the notification bell. Your support is much appreciated. Continuing on.
Sound of Freedom is an action-packed thriller that will anxiously keep you at the edge of your seat. It incorporates a number of violent scenes. There are multiple occasions of child abductions. Children are manhandled by adults. A girl is slapped in the face by a man. A girl is seen with cuts and abrasions after being abducted. Men have a fight, and one kills the other. Guns are repeatedly pointed at people and are frequently fired. A child is tattooed against her will. A man mentions an attempted suicide with a firearm. A woman coaches children to pose provocatively for photographs. Police officers threaten suspects to build a case. As for adult content, there are scenes of implied sexual abuse which occurs off-screen. There are repeated scenes of children huddling on beds, frightened of men looming over them. Child sexual abuse is repeatedly discussed, however, without any explicit detail. Some scenes imply off-screen sexual abuse. Child pornography is discussed and is implied being seen by law enforcement personnel, but none of it is shown on screen, and it is never discussed in detail. As for profanity, the script contains 3 scatological curses, a half-dozen crude anatomical expressions, and 2 minor profanities. As for alcohol and drug use, there are frequent scenes of adults overindulging in alcohol and smoking cigarettes and cigars. A man is given drugs to use on a captive child. A man mimes snorting cocaine. There is mention of people's past work with drug cartels. To conclude, Sound of Freedom is a compelling movie that brings the often ignored dark horrors of child trafficking to light. Although the worst atrocities are left to the imagination, the movie could be disturbing to some adults as well as younger audiences. Due to the intense subject matter, violence, sexual content, language, and thematic elements, parents should exercise caution and consider the PG-13 rating when deciding if the film is appropriate for their younger children. This concludes our review of Sound of Freedom for Parents. I hope we were able to answer some of your questions. Feel free to rewind the video in case you missed anything. Please join us again for future reviews. Please subscribe and thumb up. Thank you.